Goers!
What's up, guys? We're on the set of Pan again, and we just wanted to show you some behind the scenes.
If you guys don't see a window on the set, you know it didn't work out.
Joel's shooting it dark. He's a little frustrated. We want to talk about it. It's actually going to be Captain Hook's hook. Boom.
Hey guys, my name is Houston Gordon. I am the youngest of the GoBros. I got to produce Peter Pan. It was the first project I actually directed and produced kind of on my own. The storyline of this is Peter Pan and Hook are fighting over Neverland for certain reasons. I could go in like really details because I had a lot of details for this, but basically Peter Pan was like the defender of Neverland, and Hook could not get there unless Peter Pan left. So Peter Pan had come to visit Wendy because he was in love with her, and the flashing lights on Peter Pan's face, if you notice, is supposed to be Tinkerbell telling Peter Pan that Hook was invading Neverland. And basically when Peter Pan is dancing in that grassy place at the house, is him trying to decide whether he should see Wendy or to go save Neverland. And obviously he goes to save Neverland and goes there to fight Hook and all of that. And in the battle, Hook stabs Pan, but you'll notice that at the end, if you watch till the end where the song ends, Wendy comes back, and that's because Tinkerbell went and got Wendy and said, "Hey, Pan is in Neverland, come," and they find him before he dies. So he's not dead, just so you know. My favorite part of filming Pan was being able to take such a well-known and old story and kind of refresh it and do a new one, and take something that everyone knows so well and kind of do some of my own twists and some of my own ideas of the story of Pan. And it was a lot of fun, even though I know most of those ideas aren't seen or heard of because it's a very quick, like 3.5 minute music video of not really any talking, and so I couldn't put in normal dynamics of a story. I was directing it, but I felt like I was actually experiencing the story of Peter Pan because I was watching unfold and these actors before me. It was just so much fun. The reason I wanted to do this story was because I wanted to kind of portray that struggle sometimes of when we struggle with communicating and we feel like sometimes we're misunderstood. It's such a struggle sometimes to be honest and open and communicate well. And I wanted to portray that with Peter Pan and Wendy, like where there's not communication and they don't understand like what's happening. Like he doesn't explain to her, "Hey, I have to go back to Neverland and protect them." He just leaves and stuff like that, where we think the other person won't understand, or we think that we can't tell them, and it just makes things worse. But then also the redemptive part of it, where Wendy forgives him and comes and finds him. So I hope you guys like it. We love you guys. You're amazing. Bye.
Houston wrote Pan and directed it, but he selected me to play Pan, and it was such a fun role to play, and it's actually one of the roles I've done the most preparation for. We actually had like a month and a half, I think, of pre-production before even filming, and I did a lot of physical preparation as well as mental preparation, and I started walking barefoot like everywhere so I could toughen up my feet because I knew I was going to be running around barefoot in the woods and dancing barefoot, and it helped a lot. But there was still a lot of shots where, like, even running through the river, all the Lost Boys and me, we were like, ah! It was pretty painful, but it was super fun, and it turned out really well. And I did a lot of like physical training, just trying to embody the character of Pan. And when I made his armor, it was cool because we kind of just freestyled it, but I knew I wanted a design that was like really leafy and edgy and just epic, and it turned out really cool. Houston and I went to a thrift store and found a shirt, and I was like, "Houston, this is the shirt, we have to use this shirt," and then we just butchered it and rebuilt it, and it looked super cool. I loved wearing the costume. It was so much fun. Probably the hardest thing for me doing this role was actually the dance, where I danced with Anaya, and she did amazing as Wendy. She was so good to work with and was so passionate. But the dance we did on set was so hard, like dancing the river. Like it looked so easy, but it was so hard. And the lift we did like so many times. Then the boys were like, "Do it again, do it again, do it again." Oh, we messed up the shot. Oh, it was crazy. And it was super muddy and freezing cold. It was just really cool just to show all those emotions through dance and through just acting with my eyes. And a question we get a ton from people is there going to be a sequel? Like, we want to see the second one. And so I'm just going to product placement that right here. I'm just going to say, Houston, you should write a second Pan.
Hello, friends. How's it going, goers? I just wanted to talk to you real quick about what it was like being Captain Hook in Peter Pan. It was seriously a dream role for me, getting to play this iconic role of Captain Hook. It was insane and such a blessing. Getting into the character was wasn't really a challenge. I was born for this character, if you know what I mean. The boys, Andrew and Houston, would say that I actually got a little too much into character, which I did fall asleep with the hook on my hand once, which was kind of dangerous, but whatever, you know. Captain Hook did it. I can do it, you know. So it was just really, really fun getting into the character of Hook. I really wanted to focus on his movement as a character. I wanted it to be strong, but I wanted it to be like swift and slick. So I applied what's called Le Bon. It's a form of movement. Press with Le Bon, glide, and kind of put those together to kind of form what Captain Hook did in his movement. And I think it comes through really clean in the dance. Not the dance. He doesn't dance. Hook doesn't dance. Come on. He fights. In the fight scene, it comes really clear in his movement. And I love the fight scene. That's my favorite part of the whole set. That's my favorite part of any set, honestly. But when he fights Pan, it's really clear to me the distinction between the two and the goals between the two. And it was actually a really big challenge when we did the choreography for the fight. I had just had a surgery, so I could barely move, and Andrew was like flipping everywhere, and I was just like, let's do this. I just love the part where hooks Pan's dagger and flips it around. So that we actually did that. That was like a triple flip somehow, and I caught it as it was falling and then stabbed him. And it was a really, really big challenge for both of us to be able to get that correctly, but we did, and it was so much fun, and it was so good, and the locations were insane, and the cast was insane, and I just wanted to bring like a life to Hook and a love to Hook, and I hope it did that through the character, because, you know, we're reading the real story, and honestly I think Hook's the good guy, so that should have been the twist, but the writer, director, producers wouldn't let me do that. So, you know, I think there should have been more Hook and less Pan. I think the story should have been about Hook, but honestly it wasn't. So I think that should be left up to the fans to decide, and to maybe throw some heat our way and say, hey, we need more Hook in this story, and I would fully support you in that. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the characters and the ship. Oh, my ship was amazing. Oh, it was so amazing. I got to be in a pirate ship in the bottom of our barn, but you know, it felt real, and it felt great, and it felt right, and I loved it. So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy our next video. Hopefully we'll have something else with Hook. We need to bring him back, you know. He needs to come back. All right, goers, I love y'all. Bye.